Hi, Keller Williams Lakeside. I hope you're doing well on this Friday fill-in. It's March. We are in the last month of the first quarter. I'm actually heading back from Romeo right now at our business center on just south of 32 Mile. I was out there and I had an interview with an agent, so it was exciting. This Friday fill-in is going to be just a little bit longer, but it's going to be worth it. All right, and this is why. So yesterday I was at the Grosse Pointe board annual meeting, and I brought the entire ALC, as well as there was probably about another 5 to 10 Keller Williams Lakeside agents there in addition. So out of the 85 to 90 agents that were there, we had a really great representation. Anyways, the reason why I'm excited is because of this. So Floyd Wickman, for those of you who aren't aware of that name or know who that is, he's like a guru in real estate from Michigan, and travels all around the country and world now and does real estate training. So trainings around effective sales techniques and dialogue techniques and how to, work with your buyers or sellers. Well, anyways, and a fun statistic about him, 4 years running, he took 86 listings in a row every year. So that was really, a cool stat that I got of it. Well, he had 5 purposes that if you focus on these 5 things, you'll be successful, and more so than just real estate. So I want to briefly touch on all 5 and talk about them with you. So the first was goals, right? We always hear about goals and that having goals is important. What he did really nicely is he talked about how behind those goals you must have a purpose. So for example, if your goal is to make $100,000 this year, why? What does that $100,000 allow you to do? Maybe it's donate and give back to charities in ways that you never had, or fully fund your grandchild's tuition, or pay off your student debt. Who knows what it might be, right? That's your purpose, it's your why. So he said the most effective goals is when you get them written down and you acknowledge them and revisit them and you commit to them, and your purpose, your passion always leads back into your goals. And so you have a big why, your purpose. Number 2 was knowing and using and learning your numbers. We at Keller Williams Lakeside have trend reports where you can look at 43 metrics, and specifically 8 metrics that can help you track and predict your business. Now listen, we know real estate's not predictable. We understand that, right? It can be more predictable if we understand these metrics, such as how many listings you're taking. And if you're taking listings in a certain month, like let's say January, by March they're closing, right? Obviously that can go up or back a few weeks depending on the market itself and how you price the property and what type of market we're in. But in theory, right, you can control your income, control and have more predictability around listings and knowing your numbers. So he's a big proponent of knowing your numbers, understanding your numbers, and using your numbers. So first, goal for a purpose. Second, know your numbers. Thirdly, he talked about knowing your weaknesses, and he talked about how when you know what your weaknesses are, you're able to focus on improving them, right? And then by knowing your weaknesses, you also know your strengths. And if you can focus on those strengths and improve the weaknesses overall as a person, as a professional, you grow, all right? The next one is, trying to be safe here, is skills. Skills. He talked about this for quite a while. With all the different distractions, tools, resources that we have, right? One thing has never stopped, and that's your skills as a realtor. And so what he talked about so eloquently is your cadence, your flow, your dialogue. Talking with people and building rapport, building relationships, allowing them into your life and knowing that they can trust you. If you can hit on that and understand that with your skills comes trust and expertise, comes mastery, you do better. So he really hit on skills and understanding skills and skill development. And at Keller Williams Lakeside, you know this, we offer 1 to 3 trainings a day, typically between 40 to 45, 50 a month. Pick a couple trainings out every month. Attend. Show up, engage, right? Skills. Lastly, it was energy. And this is something that for me I'm focusing on personally, right? Energy. We all know that there are deals that are going to suck the energy out of you. Drama, issues, deals fall through. So you need to find a way to fill your cup back up. Where are you getting your energy from? Because when you are energetic, people are naturally attracted to you. When you are energetic, people want a piece of what you're talking about. People want to be with you. And so if you can find ways to fill that cup back up, to fill your passion, right, and that energy be there, not only do you feel better as a realtor and as a professional, you're just going to be a better person. You're going to be happier, more fulfilled, more satisfied. All right, quick recap. Ready? Goals to have what? Your purpose, right? Your goals need to have a big purpose. Know your numbers, understanding your numbers, learning your numbers. Talk to leadership if you have questions around what your numbers truly are. We'll help you. We'll give you reports that help you get that on a regular and routine basis. Thirdly, understand your weaknesses. Know where you can improve, right? And understand, if you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths. So understand that if you know your weaknesses and you know your strengths, overall you're a more aware realtor and you'll do a better job. Which parlays into the fourth comment of skills. If you have certain weaknesses and want to develop and work on your skills, you'll do better. And then lastly, energy. Make sure you're filling your cup. Make sure that your big why and your purpose have the momentum you need with your energy. So that's all I've got for you today. I hope you got something out of the video. I'm going to be posting this in the Facebook group, so comment below what you got out of the video and what you'd like to implement or change moving forward. Thanks so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend and you get off to a strong March here as we wrap up the first quarter. Thanks. Talk soon. Bye.